So, very good morning, all of you. And we are going to start. I think this is our third session. And in the class, we have Astha, Abhigyan, Aditya, Ayush, Ishpreet, Jamima, Naman, Navya, Sambhav Garg, Samriddhi Tripathi, Sanya, Sarvansh, Shreya, Vanshika, and Vatsal. So, as discussed with you previously, that you have done your assignment on the video which I have given you, the video from the movie Mangal Pandey. So the Mangal Pandey asked Gordon साहब ये company क्या चीज़ है? So I would request Sanya, Shreya, Jamima and Navya to drive it for the next 5 minutes. So you have to engage the class asking about what the videos tells about the definitions of the company and how do you relate it with the video with the definition of the company, and to what extent are you able to jot down the characteristics of a company, right? So over to four of you. Go ahead. Sanya, you start.
So should we wait for others to join or should we
No
just
need,
start?
no need. You started. Those who are already in the class, engage them. Don't wait anyone for anyone else. Continue.
Okay, sir. So, sir, in this small clip that was assigned to us, what we see in this clip is Amir Khan asking in his role, asking one of the Britishers about what a company exactly is or who a company is. So he's trying to associate it with a human being, a living thing. So the first thing that we see in this clip is that people are not exactly sure whether company is an entity or a person. So the first thing that tells him is that the company is like Ravan and which has 10 heads. So he tells him that a company is an artificial human, which we read in business also, that a company is an artificial entity and it has 10 heads. That means he's referring to the shareholders or the stakeholders of a company that exist. And in that he tells Mangal Pandey that the company has one objective, munafa. That the word he uses is munafa. For that, we can associate it with the motive of a company, that is profit earning. And these two things was what was told by the Britisher to Mangal Pandey. So when asked ki, um, who exactly is a company, the Britisher tells him a company can be anybody um, who who has joined the organization for a motive. Most people join it for a return, a dividend, and a company is not one person. It is an association of many people who work together. So these were the basic three features that were highlighted by the Britisher to Mangal Pandey in that clipping. Shreya, would you like to add anything to that?
One thing is that the Britisher told Mangal Pandey that Sani, you have said correctly, but one thing is missing, that the company can business anything, like any products or services or respect or love or even the truth. So it can sell out anything for their motive, like the profit earning, and which is also the this company has thousands of heads, like Sanya told, that the stakeholders who are working together for their profit motive. and that's it. Jemima, anything you would like to add? Hello.
No, I'm good. Yeah, you guys have said everything, to be honest.
So, Navya,
Navya could help maybe.
Jamima, you have not done the work, I suppose. That's why you're not speaking. Speak up, speak up.
Yes,
Navya
sir,
and
I haven't
Jamima.
actually seen the video.
Yeah, in this clip, that Britisher told to Amir Khan that he defines it with the Ramayana, like that we have a villain in the movie and which is Ravan. So he's linking the company with the Ravan to express more nicely about the company, that how they work, how they have 10 heads, like Ravan have 10 heads, and they have different departments, like company is distributed with different uh, things, and they have their own separate uh, unit in different cities or in different areas. So that's what he's trying to tell to Amir Khan in this game. Nothing else. Thank you.
Shreya, to the other participants of the class, ask them.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Hello, excuse me, sir. Can I add some points?
Yeah, why not, Priyam? You
Uh,
are most welcome.
yes, sir.
I would like to welcome everyone whosoever like to contribute by their own initiative. Otherwise, Shreya will ask you. Priyam, welcome. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, so I did a small research, and I could establish some relationship between what the Britisher said to Mangal Pandey and what do we have in the Companies Act of 2013. So
That's
everyone
excellent.
knows.
That's excellent, Priyam. Go ahead. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. Yes, sir. So everyone knows that the what the Britishers said, and sir, that is exactly the definition of the Companies Act 2013. And sir, the relationship is that the Companies Act of 2013 is based. It actually replaced the Companies Act of 1956, which was actually based on the Indian Companies Act of 1913. So the point to be noted here is that the English Companies Act, sorry, the Indian Company Act of 1913 drew most of its elements from the English Companies Act of 1862. The 1862, sir, it was one of the highest, the peak time of the East India Company, which was into trading in the Asian and the African continent. So, and Mangal Pandey, the film is set on the backdrop of the revolution of 1857. So at that time, the Britishers came to India in search of many commodities, like what he explains, like spices, diamonds, gold, and all this stuff. And from there only we can establish a relationship, as what the Britishers said to the Mangal Pandey is exactly the definition of the Companies Act of 2013.
Excellent, because the phrase which he used was Neel, Masala, Fame, and when he gone emotional, he said Pyar, Izzat, Sachai, koi bhi cheez, isn't it? So that actually
Yes, sir.
relates with what the company had been doing to India. They have actually made our emotions also saleable. They have actually sold everything, and our emotions were also on the stake. Our all existing things means all the emotions, all the religion was also on the stake. If you might have seen Mangal Pandey movie, our religion was also on the stake, and that was actually the downfall of the East India Company started in India, because the revolt of 1857 was based on the religious thought that if you have to tear the cartouche and you put that powder in the gun, that cartouche was actually made of either the pork or the beef. So both the things are prohibited for Indian Muslims and Hindus, and that actually revolted. That actually was, you can say, a spark of revolution came, and from there itself the revolutionary stage in India came up. So Priyam, you can just involve anyone else also in the discussion. Carry on.
All right, sir. So anyone, whoever is interested, can participate. And sir, one more point. Like from the Britishers, like what we have in the Companies Act of 2013 is actually, if we trace back all the laws and the acts, it traces back to the main motive of the East India Company of the 1860s. That exactly that point has been covered in that scene of Mangal Pandey.
I'm not getting you. What you have told.
Sir, if you read the document which was submitted, like I have explained it very like elaborately on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have given a good elaboration. You have given a very good elaboration regarding
Yes,
this. Okay, let me ask Arpan Mishra. Arpan Mishra, how do you just take it up? Do you have any point to add?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Arpan.
Sir, in
Please tell
that
if you
video,
have any point to add in this.
yes, sir. In that video clip, the Britisher told Mangal Pandey about the company, that a company is a organization which main motive is to earn profit and
Hello.
want that
Hello.
whatever.
Hello. Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Don't say hello. Just speak what you want to. Don't interrupt others otherwise.
शुभम सर, शुभम क्लास ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रहा है.
अब क्या करें उसका बताओ.
उसने ग्रुप पे मैसेज करा, वो ऐड नहीं हो पा रहा है.
ईमेल आईडी बोलो उसका.
ईमेल आईडी बता भाई. अरे ये वाली नहीं, वो जो ईमेल आईडी इसमें चलती है. सर शुभम.1990.
शुभम यादव.
शुभम सिंह राणा.
भेज दिया उसको इनवाइट.
ठीक है सर.
तो बोलो आप. और ये ऐसे नहीं चलता है भाई. तुम मतलब कब कितनी बार किस को इंक्लूड करवाते रहोगे लक्ष्य.
तो उनके कॉल आते रहते हैं, मैं क्या करूं.
ये शुभम सिंह राणा जी आ गए. इनका वेलकम करो. हार वार पहनाओ इनको. इनको यही पता नहीं है कि आना कैसे है. तो ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. एक हफ्ता हो गया आप लोगों की क्लासेस चालू है, अब बीच में आप इंटरप्ट कर रहे हो. मीनिंग नहीं है ना यार इसका कुछ. Though you are doing a good job, Lakshya, you are helping your friends, but actually it is creating a disturbance in the class. And in future, tell your friends to directly contact me after the class, not in between the class. Okay?
Yes.
ठीक है लक्ष्य.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
हाँ, अब शुभम सिंह जी आ गए हैं, तो इनसे जरा पूछिए कि इन्होंने वो वीडियो असाइनमेंट किया. शुभम सिंह राणा, आर यू देयर? Or your dummy is there? He is not speaking now.
Hello.
Shubham, have you completed
yes,
the assignment?
Hello.
हाँ राणा साहब, थोड़ा कुछ बोलिए ना.
हाँ जी बोलो सर, आपकी आवाज आ रही है.
खम्मा गणी हुकुम.
गड़ी कम्मा से.
हुकुम आपका वेट कर रहे थे हम. तो आप आए तो हम जो है वो क्लास स्टार्ट करें. एक
नहीं
हफ्ता हो
सर,
गया.
कंटिन्यू.
नहीं कंटिन्यू तो ठीक है, पर आप हमारे को आपको क्लास में आने के लिए बताना पड़ेगा कि हैव यू कंप्लीटेड द असाइनमेंट, वीडियो असाइनमेंट.
नहीं सर, असाइनमेंट मैंने नहीं किया, बट सर जो क्लास अटेंड का सीन है सर, वो ज्वाइन का मेरे पास ऑप्शन आता ही नहीं कई बार. पता नहीं क्या दिक्कत है.
जस्ट वेट 1 मिनट. तुम्हारा ही मैं अभी लगे हाथ क्लियर कर देता हूँ. 1 मिनट वेट करो बेटा. कॉर्पोरेट लॉज.
सर ये ऐसा ही है, सुनिए बात.
शुभम सिंह राणा.
हाँ जी सर.
बेटा तुम यू आर ऑलरेडी इन द क्लास, सबको आ रहा है, तुमको नहीं आ रहा है तो फिर कुछ देखो कहीं और कोई
वो
प्रॉब्लम
तो मैं
होगी। You are
अब आया हूँ
already-
ना सर, जब लक्ष्य ने आपको मतलब बताया
अरे
तब
नहीं
मैंने
मेरे
join
भैया, तुम्हारे तुम जो है वो ऑलरेडी यू आर इन द क्लास, यू आर ऑलरेडी एडेड, यू आर अ पार्ट ऑफ द क्लास,
सर
यू
आई
आर
नो आई एम
appearing in the
एडेड।
list also, but you do
सर
not
मेरे
turn
को
up.
पता
I
है
don't
मैं
know why.
एडेड हूँ, बट ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा, तो मैं क्या ही कर सकता हूँ सर, ज्वाइन का
मेरे
ऑप्शन ही
बच्चे
नहीं
मैं
आता,
भी
पता
क्या
नहीं
करूं,
क्या
जब मैंने
दिक्कत
तुमको
है।
ऐड भी कर रखा है, अब तुमको या तो अपना कंप्यूटर दिखाओ या फिर टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम दूर करवाओ। मेरी तरफ से तुम
टेक्निकल
एडेड हो, यू आर इन द क्लास, जैसे
तो
सब
सर
एडेड है
वही
वैसे
दिक्कत
ही
है
तुम
सर,
भी
ठीक
एडेड हो
है।
बेटा। ओके कोई बात
हाँ
नहीं। अब
ओके
अगली
सर,
बार
ठीक है।
तुम अपने कैलेंडर में जाके देखा करो, वहां से ज्वाइन किया करो।
ओके ओके
इसका
सर, कोई
वाइब
कैलेंडर
दिक्कत
आता है ना जो अपना माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वाला, उसमें से जाके
नहीं। हाँ
करोगे
जी
ना, जो टीम्स में जाओगे कैलेंडर आएगा, वहां से ज्वाइन किया करो बेटा।
ओके सर,
चलो
ओके।
अब तुम अपना ये सुनो ध्यान से जो डिस्कशन हो रहा है क्लास में,
हाँ
एंड
जी हाँ जी,
ओके।
लाइव
यस
बॉय
सर।
वाला बंटी है सर, ये लाइव बॉय वाला बंटी वाईफाई स्लो है सर।
चलिए, so Priyam, please continue. You have given a good elaboration, and we were listening something from I think Arpan Mishra. Will you elaborate?
Yes sir.
Ishpreet has also done a very good work. He has sent me what he has done. Very good, Ishpreet. So provided given a chance, you should also speak. Yeah, Arpan, can you contribute something more in that?
No sir, I am done.
Okay, fine. So Ishpreet, do you have something more to contribute in it?
तो सर वही था जो मैंने आपको भेजा था।
हाँ यू हैव, हाँ बिल्कुल तुमने मुझे भेजा था, वो है तुम्हारे पास में अभी, बता सकते हो उस पे से कुछ?
यस सर है।
नो प्रॉब्लम। जानवी सिंह,
Yes, sir.
या जानवी,
Hello. Yes,
या
sir.
जानवी, do you have something to contribute?
Sir, mm, sir, why, sir, as the Britishers said that the company is a separate legal entity and they are together for the profit motive.
So what are the characters? Can you please jot down or tell us some
Yes, sir.
characteristics of the
Yes,
company?
sir.
Yeah, please tell me.
So, like the persons who are together for running a company, they are all
Mhm.
stakeholders of the company. They are together only for the profit motive.
Very good.
Okay. And yes, company is a separate legal entity. Sorry, company is a separate legal entity, and which is compared to artificial human in that video. And
Fine.
The company provides service for the public and like selling of goods.
This is not a service provided by the company.
Sir, yes, sir. It's a
Aim
business.
of the company is to earn profit.
What else?
The aim of the company is to earn profit.
Sorry?
I said that. I already said that.
Yeah.
मैंने सुना नहीं था इसलिए बोला।
कोई बात नहीं
मैंने
बेटा, आप
बोल
सुन
दिया
लो।
था।
अच्छा चलो ठीक है, let me just come to the definition of the company. We have seen the video. Let me just revise the video for you. So the Mangal Pandey tells Gautam sir, ये company क्या चीज है? Actually, what happened? East India Company was a chartered company which was found by the British charter, which was formed under the British charter by the Queen of England, and this company was formed in order to earn some profit out of the trading which they should do internationally, and unfortunately they came to India. They found a very good scene of Indian kings. They were fighting with each other, as we are doing till date also. Our politicians also keep on fighting with each other. So they just saw that everyone is fighting with each other in the country, and the country is full of gold. We were called Sone ki chidiya at that time. And they found that nothing can be as good as this opportunity to earn the people, earn from the people, because those who are, आपने सुना होगा 2 बिल्लियों के बीच में वो बंदर का फायदा. So हमारे यहाँ पे तो everyone was बिल्ली, so everyone was fighting with each other, and they created so much of opportunities for the Britishers to befool us and make money out of us, and we also provide them ample opportunity for the same. Okay, So that what continued for a very long time, and the East India Company, as it was a company created in India, and they actually found us it's an opportunity. So that was a company which was created, and the company Sarkar was there in the country, and everyone used to say, okay, company Sarkar, and company will do this, company will do that. Now this Mangal Pandey, poor guy, actually got confused again. What the hell this company is? That he has never seen it. It cannot be seen. It is nowhere. Means we have been ruled by our kings, rajas, and all that, and they were having their own government, sarkar, and all everything. They can be viewed. But actually, this Mangal Pandey was fed up of that. There was so much of exploitation. To whom to actually complain about these people, those who are working, because everyone who come to India were all the servants of the company at whatsoever post they used to come to the country. So there was no one to whom to complain about, and there was no ruler actually who can be visible and all that. So he was having a question in the mind that Gordon साहब ये company क्या चीज होती है? So what he said, the company एक अजीब हस्ती होती है मंगल, अजीब हस्ती. Now see, here itself comes the question of entity. It is a separate legal entity. It is having a separate entity different from its members. So here comes that characteristic of a company. एक company एक अजीब हस्ती होती है मंगल. इसके हजारों सिर होते हैं. Means it is actually referring to the members of the company. हजारों सिर होते हैं जो लालच की गोंद से जुड़े होते हैं. So he was actually not able to convince him. So then he said, then Mangal Pandey asked, means कुछ समझे, उसको कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है. So then he told that तुम्हारी रामायण में एक रावण है जिसके 10 सिर होते हैं. ऐसी कंपनी के हजारों सिर होते हैं जो लालच की गोंद से जुड़े होते हैं. Means actually there is a common purpose. There are many people behind it, and there is a common purpose which actually binds each and every persons with each other in the company itself. Okay. And in between he told actually कि भी कंपनी ये करती क्या है, कंपनी की करती क्या है. So he told that कंपनी व्यापार करती है. He says that व्यापार खरीदना और बेचना, means selling and buying what, नील, masala, अफीम. Then he becomes emotional because he was also fed up of the these all exploitation of the human beings going on in the country. So he also told that company करती क्या है, तो व्यापार नील, मसाला, अफीम तक तो ठीक है, because these are the things which used to which are abundance in India. And then प्यार, इज्जत और सच्चाई, he actually got emotional, and actually the company has put every emotion of the country and country's people on the stake. That's why he told this. So this was the common purpose is there. There is a company which is having a, now if we will be studying the characteristics of the company, we will be able to understand it. So let us just go to the presentation. I will relate each and everything with the definition to what extent it has covered, not all the characteristics of a company, but to largest extent it has covered many characteristics of a company as such. So the meaning and definition of company, an incorporated company owes its existence either to a special act of parliament or to the company law. Public corporations like Life Insurance Corporation, LIC, State Bank of India, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, ICSI, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. These all are the institutions which have been formed by a special act of parliament. Okay, so these all are also, most of them are companies. Like ICAI, ICSI are not companies. But this ICICI was formed as IDBI was also a company which was formed by a special act of parliament. So either the companies can be formed by the special act of parliament, or it can be any company which is formed under the Companies Act 1956 initially, and then afterwards Companies Act 2013. Okay, so they have brought into existence either through the special act of parliament, whereas the companies like Tata Steel Limited, Reliance Limited, these all are the companies which are incorporated under the Companies Act 1956, the act which has been replaced and repealed by the Companies Act 2013. So in the legal sense, company is an association of both natural and artificial persons incorporated under the existing law of the country. So it is something incorporated means incorporated. Corporated means all coming together and then forming some hands in hands. Okay, so if we proceed further in terms of the Companies Act 2013, what is the definition of the company? Company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. So this is given under section 220 of the Companies Act. I hope up till here you are able to understand what the company is, right? So let us just look into the nature and the characteristics of a company. So first most characteristic of a company is it is a corporate personality. Corporate means corporate. If you break it, cooperate, right? So it will come into that the company is actually works in the cooperation of whosoever have joined hands together and have a common purpose. So those people who join hands together for a common purpose, they can form a company, they can get themselves registered as a company under the Companies Act, and the personality of that company, or you can say the entity of that company, will be distinguished and different from all other members of the company as such. It means that if some people join hands together to form a company, then what will happen? They will be incorporated amongst each other in order to get one more entity. Suppose, for example, 5 members are there, A, B, C, and D. So A, B, C, D, and E, 5 members are there. They have joined hands together in order to form one more company, which is called ABCDE Limited. So now there are 6 members. Now there are 6 people, A, B, C, D, E, and the company ABCDE Limited or ABCDE Private Limited, whatever. So this company has been given a separate existence, separate entity by the government, or you can say by the power of the government, or by the power of the law. This company is treated as a separate person, a person distinct from any other members. And this is one of the most important characteristic of the company, that it is having a separate entity. It means that having a separate entity means it can have the property at its own name. The property which is owned by the company is owned by the company. It is not a joint property of anyone else. So if a car is owned by a company, you can also get your car registered in the name of the company. You can also take some, you can say, some property at the name of the company. So the company can purchase a property, movable, immovable, whatever. So it will be at the name of the company itself. The profit and loss will be the profit and loss of the company, not of the shareholders, or you can say not of the members of the company. So members all have joined hands together. They have collaborated, and they might have paid some equal amount in order to collaborate together. And or otherwise, if they have not paid the equal amount, they will get the dividend out of this company, will be distributed in the proportion of the capital shared by the company. Okay, so this is what the company is. So company is actually created for a common purpose, that is faida, munafa and faida. So what was the purpose of the East India Company, right? So and they all have joined hand together. इनके हजारों सिर होते हैं जो लालच की गोंद से चिपके होते हैं. Okay, so they all have a common purpose. They all have joined their heads and hands together for a common purpose, that is profit. Okay, so corporate personality makes a company a personality distinct from all its members. Even you can file a suit against a company. You need not to file, like unlike in partnership, what happens? If you want to file a suit against any partner, you can choose any partner you want to file against suit of. So okay, so in that case, you can take any partner, and that partner will be responsible for making good the losses which you have borne, for which you have filed the suit. And at the same time, he will be having a right to recover that his loss from all the partners of the company. But the first instance, who will be sued? The partner will be sued, not the partnership firm. But in case of company, because company is having a separate distinct entity, it's having a corporate personality, you can directly file a suit against the company. Why? Because those people who have joined hands together and have contributed money that money now belongs to the company with which the company will be doing the business, and company will make good the losses, not the individual partners. And even now further, next is the limited liability. Limited liability means that all the partners, all the collaborators of the company, or all those who have consented to collaborate in the company itself, they have joined hands together to collaborate in the company, they will be having a liability limited to the extent either they have invested the money in the shares of the company, or they have promised to pay the amount of shares in the company itself, not beyond that. Okay, so this is something which has to be there. Okay, which is there in order to just say that okay, yeah, this will be there as such that you will be able to contribute, and you will be bearing the losses only to the extent in which you are responsible for, not anything else. So this is what the thing is. So this is how the company comes into existence, and this is how the company works. I hope I am able to make sense over here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you are able to appreciate that?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Any question till now? Because limited liability is something which is questionable. So how will you be able to justify the limited liability? Come on, anyone? Any question? Priyam, any question from your side?
No, sir. It's fine.
Okay. So I hope you all have understood about the limited liability. So let me proceed further with my presentation. Okay. Fine. So limited liability. Next is a perpetual succession. Perpetual succession is very beautiful. Perpetual succession means the company goes on and on forever. Forever means it is having a life which is unlimited until it is created by law, and it can only be destroyed by law. So perpetual succession is just like a river. Okay, the water may come and the water particles may come and water particles may go. It will go and immerse itself in the sea. But there will be an entity that what is called a river. So river is something like which is having a perpetual succession, which is having no start and no end at all. So in the same way, the company is there. The members may come, the members may go, but the company go on and on forever. Even let me just explain you with the help of example. Suppose, for example, 4 people have incorporated a company, and 4 people are sitting together at some time, and because it is a war time, a bomb came and was exploded on them, and all 4 died. Still, the company will exist. Even if everyone in the company dies, the company exists in the books of records until and unless it is formally wound up. Okay, so company is having a perpetual succession. You might have recently seen Ratan Tata has got retired, and he's having a successor whom, and even before Jamshed Tata, when he retired, he gave his successorship to Ratan Tata. But the Tata Motors and the Tata Sons is going on forever. So this is what is a very good example of. In the same way, you can say the Reliance India Limited, Dhirubhai Ambani just gave his the property to his sons, and the sons are running, but still they might have splitted it. But the thing is that the company is still in existence. It is forever. It will go on and on forever. So perpetual succession is related to that. So it is having a perpetuity. The nature is perpetuity. Perpetuity means that it will never end until unless it is made to end. So I just remember one shloka of Mahabharata, that nainam chidanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, nache namkle dayantyapo nashosyati maruta. So it is just like company is like a atma. Company is just like atma, which cannot be, nanam chidanti shastrani. No, it cannot be, you can say, pierced with the help of any of the weapons. It is having no effect of nanam chidanti sastra, nanam dahati pavaka. So it cannot be burnt. It is free from fire. You cannot burn it out. Nache namkle dyantyapon. It cannot be ruined by the salts, or you can say the air also cannot dry it off. Nashoshyati maruta means the air cannot dry it off. Nothing can happen to a company. So it is something which is created by law. As Atma is created by God, company is created by law. You can say law is the God of the company who creates it and who can only make it to the end. I hope this makes sense and you are able to understand and relate it with the shloka of Mahabharata also. Is it good enough to explain it in this way? Or
Yes,
have you
sir.
got confused?
No, sir.
Just go through this shloka somewhere, you will find it on the internet. Okay, I don't know whether you know this shloka or not, but still this is there. So I just wanted to relate it with that. Fine. Anyways, so next is a separate property. Separate property, as I have already told you, corporate personality. As a corporate personality, company is having a distinct personality from rest of its members. And the company has been given the rights by the government to hold the property, to dispose of the property at its own name. Even you can file a suit against the company and company can also file a suit against you. So these are the things which actually can be done, right? So this is having a separate property. Next is a transferability of shares. The shares can be transferred, means as I have already told you about the perpetual succession. The company is having a perpetual succession. The things will go on and on forever, but it will go on and on forever only when it is having a property of transferability of shares. One more thing, the transferability of shares is not that much easily available, because it is available in the case the company is a public company, which is a widely held company. Even the public company which is a closely held, there is a restriction on transfer of shares, but one or the other way, this is a property of the company that the company's share can be transferred from one person to other. Right, so this is what it is. So it can be transferred from one person to other. So there is this feature of transferability of share is always there in case of a company. Next is a common seal. So if a company is an artificial person, how will it work? How will it do the things? So there is a property which is called a common seal. The company is having a common seal. Common seal is a seal which is just like you can say a rubber stamp. It's actually not a rubber stamp. It is actually made of iron. So it is having, you have to insert the paper inside it, and you have to engrave it gets its symbol engraved on that paper. You have a punch like this, so you have to punch it, pushing the paper inside, and you have to punch it like this, and then you will get the common seal pasted. So whenever a company takes a decision, company applies its common seal on that to authenticate that yes, the company has taken this decision or has passed certain resolution in its meeting. So this common seal is kept in a safe custody by a company secretary of a company or by someone who actually keeps it safely with him. So this is what the common seal is. The common seal is helpful in taking decision. Wherever you put the common seal, that particular decision is said to have happened. Next is your contractual rights. As I have already told you, because of the corporate personality and the separate property, the company is having its own contractual rights. So company can enter into a contract with anyone. So company is, as an artificial person, is free to enter into a contract like a normal human being, like you and me. Means like a natural human being, company is having all the contractual rights. So it can enter into a contract. Even it can file a suit against someone. It can also, others can also file a suit against the company by its own name, not at the name of any of the members, unlike Partnership Act. Okay. Next is a capacity to sue and to be sued. I have already discussed it, need not to discuss further. Next is a separate management. So how does company work? Company works by a democracy. Actually, what happens, I have already told you there are n number of members in a company. So a private limited company can have as much as 200 members. So maximum members in a private limited company is 200. Previously, this membership was 50 only in 1956 Act, and then afterwards in 2013 Act, it has been increased to 200. Now just imagine 200 people, everyone managing the company. everyone would like to say that, okay, I'm a part of the company and I would like to come in the board meeting. So I just want the company to declare dividend, and whatever company profit has earned, to hell with that. But I need my dividend. I want to declare because I am also one of the member of the company. So it cannot be like that. The company has a separate management which is elected by all the members, and for sure a company, a person who has invested more in the company will be having a more say. So definitely those who have are having a higher investment will definitely be having a more say in the company itself, and they will be the owners of the company, or they are adjudged as the owners of the company, and they will be having the rights over and above those who are having less number of shares. But it doesn't mean that minorities are to be overlooked. So we will see in the next in some of the subsequent chapters that how the Companies Act provides protection to the minority also. But here I was talking about a separate management. This separate management in a company is called board of directors. So these board of directors are elected by the members of the company itself, and there are limits in the Companies Act to what extent a company can have its board of directors. So in case of you can say this private limited company, the minimum requirement of board of director is 2. So a company must have 2 directors. In case of a public limited company, and maximum number of directors can be up to 15, and beyond 15 you need to have you have to pass a resolution and you can include more directors in it. But for a private public limited company also, there are maximum directors which can be there is 15. And then previously central government permission was required in order to add the director, but now it is not so. So you can just pass a resolution and you can go with it, but you have to inform the government that we have appointed some more directors. So these all board of directors jointly take the decision for the company, and there is a separate management. Next is your termination of its existence. So termination of a company can happen only by the law, as I have already told you one shloka of the Mahabharata, that it can be terminated only by the act of law. It has born on by the act of law. It can only be terminated, or it can only cease to be there, cease to exist by the act of law. There is a process called winding up of the company. Through that winding up process, we can come to end of a company as such. So this can be done easily. So because if you follow the process, the companies can easily be wound up. There sometimes there is an exit scheme also, which is announced by the government from time to time. Those who are dormant companies, those who are in existence, but no action is there from since very long. So such companies, there is one system of exit. So that is exit policy. With that also, the termination of existence of companies can happen. So except these, there are other various other policies also, various other characteristics of the companies also, which can also be studied. So from my side, these are the characteristics. So now one more homework for you today is that you have to write down all the characteristics of the company with a small explanation. Okay, and this can be of 3 to 4 pages, where you will be able to understand each and every nook and crook about the company, because these are very important. You may find some good case laws also while you will be doing it, because you can refer the module of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. I have already shared it with you, and from that you can just go through and come back with good characteristics of the company. So next class will start with a discussion of some certain characteristics of a company as such. Okay, so any problem till now for in this presentation, you can ask me now. Yes.
No,
anything,
sir.
Yeah. So is it clear to everyone? I hope you have enjoyed it, and the way I have explained, I think it will retain with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm just taking the attendance. Asta Khandelwal, Abhigyan Gupta,
Present,
Aditya,
sir.
Ankit, Anshul
Present, sir.
Goswami, Arpan Mishra, Ashutosh Maharishi,
Present, sir.
yeah, Ashmit, Jahanvi.
Present, sir.
Yeah, don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. Okay, fine. You can raise your hand also. Fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Those who are present, please raise your hands. This is being recorded over here.
Present, sir.
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Fine. Laksha, your hand is not raised. Jamima, you keep raising your hand. Okay.
So,
Meghna,
sir.
Meghna, Naman, Samriddhi, and Sara. The hands are not raised. Rest all hands are raised.
Present,
So
sir.
let me just you keep your hand raised.
Present, sir.
Just keep the whole team. Ritik, Karan, Priyam, Sarpanch, Nitya. Whose mic is on? Is Katie, whose mic is on? Tara, your mic is on.
Present, sir. Hello,
Ritik,
present, sir.
yeah. Noted. Ritik, Karan, Preetam, Sarvansh,
Present, sir.
Aditya, Ashutosh,
Sir,
Asta,
Preetam present,
Vatsal,
sir.
Raghav, Janvi,
Present,
Ayush,
sir.
Abhigyan, Ankit, Ishpreet, Kaushal, Arpan, Anshul, Ashmit, Shreya, Neha,
Present,
Isha,
sir.
Navya, Sanya, Sambhav, Yash, Jamima,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Aditya. Now hands which are not raised are
Present,
Lakshya, Meghna, Naman, Samriddhi. Sara you is already present. Fine.
So
So
present,
thank
sir.
you.
मैं भी हूँ.
Sir, I am present.
तो आपको जब बोला हैंड रेज करने के लिए तो आपको नहीं आता है हैंड रेज करना मेघना?
सर ऑप्शन नहीं आता है फोन में मेरे.
अब ये सीखो ऑप्शन कहाँ से आता है, ये आपको सीखना पड़ेगा. सबका हैंड रेज हुआ है, आपका ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. चलो चलो नोटेड यू आर प्रेजेंट. फाइन. So let me just end this class over here. So Shreya, you have to again go through the class and take the attendance at the end, right? And then
Okay,
give it to me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all. Okay, take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.